Hey everyone, so I'm back in Georgia and I thought I'd make a video on the 7 genders of the Talmud, 7 genders within Judaism. It's believed in Judaism that there are 7 different genders, and it's true, it is true. But the way people throw it around and the way people talk about it is not really accurate. It's not really accurate because it's thrown around a lot that in Judaism, in the Talmud, they believe in 7 genders. And it's true, there are 7 genders, and it's believed within Judaism. But the points people use, or the points people make with it, are not accurate. And the sources you can find online to learn about them are also not accurate, and it fuels this confusion about these 7 genders. So I'll just start off by running through them, and then go over kind of what people say that it means and what it doesn't actually mean. So for men and women, there's 4 genders for men and 3 genders for women. I'll start with men, run through them, and then go through women. So the first of men is a zachar. A zachar, a classic man. Adam was a zachar. Adam, first man, was a zachar after the fall from the Garden of Eden, and Abraham also was a zachar. It might be a little crude, but a lot of the differences is in the genitalia, particularly in like the astral, like the aura of the person, not physically. There's sources make it seem like it's an intersex thing. All these genders are intersex, like different, like a disorder of a DSD disorder, sexual development, but it's not that, and it's about your aura. So a zachar is just classic man, dick and balls in life, and aura, dick and balls too. So that was Adam after the fall from the garden. I'll get into what I mean by that. I'll elaborate on that a little more. And Abraham was a zachar. Okay. Up next is Saris Hama. Now an example of Saris Hama I could give you in the Bible, the Torah, would be Jacob and Esau, Esav. Israel and Esau, Esav. They were Saris Hamas, and basically what a Saris Hama is, this is also the one I am, is they have astral in the aura, they have a dick and balls, but underneath the dick and balls is a clit and a pussy. And this is just in the aura. This is not like physically having that, but it's in the aura, or the astral being of the Saris Hama, and it influences, or it kind of forms around the temperament of the person. And Jacob and Esau were Saris Hamas. Up next is Saris Adam. Now Saris Adam, in the aura, basically, they have, it's almost like the balls are minimized and they're like pensive, they're thoughtful, and they point more to the dick, like think with your dick, not your nuts. And an example of Saris Adam I can give you was Isaac, or Yitzchak, in the Bible, Torah. Isaac, the son of Abraham and the father of Jacob and Esau. Isaac, the father of Jacob and Esau, was a Saris Adam. Isaac, the father of Jacob and Esau, was a Saris Adam. I have 2 friends with the same name. One of them is a Saris Hama, and one of them is a Saris Adam. Last but not least for men is Tumtum, a Tumtum. A Tumtum is basically, I'm not sure how to describe it. Now, last of the genders for men is a Tumtum. Now, 2 examples I would give you of Tumtum would be Ishmael in the Torah, in the Bible. Ishmael, the ancestor of the Prophet Muhammad, Abraham's first son, Ishmael, and Donald J. Trump. 2 Tumtums I would give you. Now, Tumtums, basically, they can be the star of the show. They're good at kind of being the center of attention and kind of being performer. They can be performers in a good way. And also in the astral and the aura, I'm not sure how to explain it without sounding rude, their dick phallus it's kind of strangely formed. It's strangely formed. In the astral, in the aura, the dick or the phallus is it's a little strangely formed, but it's more about their personality types. They are kind of the star of the show. Yeah, so two big examples of tumtums I would give you are Ishmael, the prophet, son of Abraham, and Donald J. Trump, two tumtums. Up next are the three genders for women. First, you have nekeva. For a nekeva, just like zachar, for men, there isn't really a difference from their physical being to what they have in the astral in their aura. Clit and pussy, clit and pussy. This is what Eve was, Eve was after Adam and her fell from the garden. Again, I'll elaborate more on that later. Next up for women is Ilonit. Now, Ilonit roughly translates to a ram-like woman, and Ilonit, examples of Ilonit I would give you are all of my exes, and the thing with an Ilonit is they have, clit and pussy, but in the astral, in the aura, they have a dick, a penis, over the clit. Like what I was saying with Suri Samaz, this kind of forms around their temperament as like growing up. Now, elaborating on what I said earlier about Adam and Eve being Zachar and Nekeva after the fall, it's my belief that I've come to through prayer that Adam, Eve, and Lilith were Saris Hama and Ilonit in the Garden of Eden. They became Zachar and Nekeva after the fall as kind of a punishment. They weren't able to have that kind of a level of very close intimacy anymore. Lastly, for women is androgynos. Now, androgynos roughly translates to androgynous. And androgynos women, it's not that they have a particular look, but they have a temperament that's kind of androgynous, not really masculine or feminine. And they seem like they would be, if you meet one, you would think they were asexual. Not that I believe in those labels, asexual, whatever, but they seem like they would. So to kind of wrap it up, on the topic of how people use these 7 genders, these concepts, in political discourse, a lot of people I've seen try to use the existence of these 7 genders, and they try to say Judaism is, they try to make it about transgender, LGBT. Well, it's not about transgender, and I think a lot of people who are caught up in that sort of thing might find a lot more peace with the way they were made if they learned about these 7 genders, and also if certain people who may or may not hate Jews try to use these genders to make inaccurate points. But I will, I'll acknowledge that if you look at sources on the internet, like Jewish sources where they explain it, it's really not explained well. The one that I can think of that's a list of these genders, it makes it sound like it's a DSD or intersex type of thing, which it's not. It's not about that. Yeah, they're real. You are more than 99% likely one of the 7. Yeah, if you liked it, check out my other video, How Lilith Led Me Back to God. And stay tuned for more. Bye.